Hospital number 1 is where hundreds of people came for treatment, wounded during the war. But it's here that many were killed. Russia says Ukraine's armed forces did this. But the story of what happened a few weeks ago here can now be revealed for the first time.
What I mean? I mean that they lay on their beds and they died by the flame. They burned.
Dr. Harankov Yelizar had already treated hundreds of Mariupol's victims. Here, he and his team are trying to save the life of one, a 6-year-old girl injured in a Russian airstrike. But weeks later, it was hospital number 1 itself that was under attack.
They bombed this building. This building started to burn, and all people who was in this building, they burned too.
How many people were killed?
Nobody know exactly. Some said that 30, some 50, some 40, but really we can't tell you.
ITV News was inside the hospital a month before then, as the descent began from democracy to violent oppression. Here, during the weeks that followed, many patients who'd come for treatment were forcibly deported to Russian territory. This is the mayor of Mariupol. He's looked at the evidence and believes what happened was a revenge attack against civilians seen as unsympathetic. But their removal was part of a broader plan, preparation for the killing of those who chose not to go.
Так, це була помста за нескору. Наші лікарі відмовились депортуватися до так званої ДНР або в Росію. Наступного дня цю будівлю зруйнували.
The forced deportation of Ukrainians by Russian forces is a well-known tactic. This footage shows the patients and doctors being moved from another hospital in Mariupol. There's no such footage from hospital number 1. Patient records, even maps and floor plans were destroyed. But satellite images show the sprawling site on the 21st of March, its many buildings largely undamaged. Our account, based on dozens of interviews, reveals that during the following days, some patients and staff were made to leave. Many had been hiding in the basements of at least 2 of the buildings. And around that time, Chechen intelligence officers entered a third, the administration building towards the south. Doctors say they were using it as a base to work out exactly who was where across the site.
И они знали, что в этом корпусе, в котором они находились, там тоже в подвале были люди. Был еще 3-й подвал неврологии, и был еще 4-й подвал травматологического отделения. Вот. Ну, я не знаю, знали. Я думаю, что знали, наверное, потому что вот они контактировали вот с той женщиной, которая была в подвале административного корпуса. Ну, наверное, она какую-то информацию тоже им давала.
Then around the 2nd of April, the attack. You can see the impact here. The trauma unit was hit, the largest building on the northern point of the site, our view clouded by the smoke. But step back and you can see other buildings near the hospital were damaged too. A Ukrainian official believes a 500-kilogram high-explosive Fab 500 warhead was dropped. This is where some of the most ill patients were, some physically unable to leave, even if they'd wanted to be moved to Russian territory.
По-перше, це були точно ті пацієнти, які не могли ходити або ходили повільно. Так, взагалі, в лікарнях були, в корпусах лікарні були пацієнти або ті, які були маломобільні, або не зовсім немобільні, які не могли ходити самостійно. Це були їхні родичі, це були родини з дітьми. І в кожному корпусі це була така збірна солянка.
I didn't know that I can't hate anybody in my life like I hate Russian people now. I really hate them all.
We may never know the number of dead, or even their names, but the story of this hospital is the story of this city. Occupation, separation, punishment, and death. Rohit, Kachroo, ITV News in Ukraine.